हरि ओम ओम शांति कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं ओम गोविंदाय नमः ओम गोवर्धनाय नमः ओम विष्णुवाय नमः ओम अनिरुद्धाय नमः ओम प्रद्युम्नाय नमः ओम उपेन्द्राय नमः सर्वे जन सुखिनो भवन्तु. Greetings to all spiritual seekers showing interest in divine topics, especially wanting to know more about pranayam, that internal pranayam. What is internal pranayam? Internal pranayam is joining apana with prana and joining prana with apana. In this exercise, you join both of them and balance the pranic shakti, the vital life force energy within our body. Where did it come from? This pranic shakti, consisting of 10 pranas, comes from the cosmos, from the Lord Himself, sends that energy to you so that you manifest, you live your life in this form, in this shape, in this color, on this planet. Let's talk about a little bit how the Srishti came about. In modern scientific terms, they call it Big Bang. Everything emanated from a pea-sized particle, unraveled, everything expanded into this Srishti containing multi-universe, planets, sun, stars, moon, galaxies, all types of bhutas, 8.4 million different bhutas on this planet and elsewhere. So how did this happen? In Vedic terms, according to Lord Krishna, he uttered a monosyllable called Om, A-U-M. That's the Big Bang. His divine monosyllable sound itself resulted into this material cosmos containing what all you can see, what all you cannot see, what all you can see through microscopes, telescopes, etc. All was his creation, all is his maintenance, all is his renewal process. From time to time, he himself does alone, without anyone's assistance, except that he installed many staff members like we have in the government to run the government. He installed many devatas and devis to administer this world to us. So anyway, from his monosyllable sound Om, Akash gets created and air. Those animate fire. Fire animates water. Water animates earth, the Prithvi, because the water, what all is in there, in water condenses to form Prithvi, where we are anchored. That's how The Srishti took place from one single sound. Om was the Big Bang. That we gotta believe in this. And then, related to the same pranic Shakti, Pranayam, we need to talk about what happens to us when we are born, the moment we come out of mother's womb. While coming out through the narrow birth canal, we actually expel some of the kapham, some of the amniotic fluid filled in our lungs. It comes out because you're passing through a narrow passage. The lungs, when filled with amniotic fluid containing lecithin and sphingomyelin fluid, they cannot take any oxygen. You cannot breathe even through internal Shakti. Nothing works. As a result, some babies die the moment they are born because they could not take any breath due to filled lungs with that amniotic fluid. If the ratio of lecithin to sphingomyelin is 3.5, then you survive on the planet further. So when the baby clears the lungs, the baby takes the pranic Shakti, the prana from here, to dispel that liquid from the lungs so that he or she first takes that expiration, that external air the babies take. As a result, the blood gets oxygenated and becomes pinkish, the body and the blood. So you used that pranic Shakti to dispel those liquids from the lung. And in that process, most of the life force energy goes down in the apana form and gets deposited in your Muladhara chakra. So some is there in the Agna chakra. Agna chakra is the one that is your true self, that your real truth, that is your soul energy emanating from Super Soul Paramatman residing right here in your Sahasrara chakra. You yourself are a microcosm of the macrocosm created by the Lord Himself. So, what do we need to do with pranayam? This pranayam helps moving the apana shakti from Muladhara chakra to Bhrukuti, from where the both of them get balanced. As a result, the balanced Shakti, the balanced energy that Pran activates your Kundalini Shakti in the Muladhara chakra so that it rises up and gets to the Agna chakra and Sahasrara chakra. So, our body, our body contains three bodies basically: gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Gross body is made up of Panchabhutas: Prithvi, Agni, Jala, Vayu, and Akash. They are subtle, but they became gross because of combinations and permutations. When the Srishti occurred, they did that process for manifestation and housing the soul energies. That's how we are all individualized with Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha means soul energy, and Prakriti is material energy. So each one is a combination of soul and material. Purusha and Shakti. Shiva, Parvati. Like that. That's how Shiva is represented as Ardhanarishwa. It does mean Purusha, Purusha and Stri. Purusha and Prakriti. So, this pranayam, what does it do? It actually extends your life energy, life force energy. It extends up and extends down. That process has to occur during this practice, churning practice, rubbing practice, so that the energy all goes up and gets deposited here, gets balanced, so that all your physiological systems and endocrine system, nervous system, reproductive system, excretory system, digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, and expression system, nervous system, all of them get balanced, get activated, and function in such a way that you do not suffer from any maladies. That's how this internal pranayam serves as a panacea to all maladies of human beings. So, just like our nervous system, we have a blueprint of a subtle system consisting of Pingala Nadi on the right side and Ida Nadi on the left side, connected to the hypothalamus and nostrils, emanating from the Muladhara chakra. In fact, both of them emanate from the SOLE, the soles of the feet, up to here. They are like two main rivers in which this prana shakti flows up and down. But we would like it to flow up. If the prana shakti is flowing down, that means you are becoming externally conscious. You are becoming materially conscious. That is not going to help for you to reach your ultimate goal of reaching the abode of peace and bliss of that Bhagavan, that Lord, that Brahman, and realizing yourself as part and parcel of that Paramatman. That's how it is said in Vedas, Aham Brahmasmi. You are a reflection of the God. Tattvamasi, you are that. I am Atma, Brahman. Your Atma itself is Brahman. It's a reflection of that. It's like there is the sun as Bhagavan, and the rays represent all of us, individualized Atmans. It's like the waves in the ocean. Ocean is Paramatman, and the waves are all of us human beings appearing, disappearing. It's like air in Akash. You fill them in various balloons with various colors. When they are inflated in different sizes, we are there, seen by others in different colors. You talk to other people, but you see when the balloon pops up, your body is gone and you are in Akash. If you have done good things, sacred things, tread the path of righteousness, tread the path of spiritualism without any attachment, you will go and merge with Paramatma and you never come back to this planet to go through all the maladies because material world binds your Atma like a slave. That's how you need freedom, you need that moksha, you need that nirvana to experience that peace and bliss. That's the most sought after goal of humans because we are born as humans. That's very rare. God has given you the opportunity to identify yourself as a soul and then identify God as the super soul, and his abode is our goal. So, internal pranayam, how can we do this? What are the requirements? Why do we have to extend our life force energy so that it gets deposited there and gets balanced, and then all the systems get activated? The blood flows to each and every cell properly, getting all the nutrients. That means you are making your body a diamond like, and you are getting rid of all the impurities from all your systems. The so called impurities mainly are kapha, vata, and pitta. They happen in your digestive system. In your stomach, mainly, kapham happens. The kapham congests your nose, congests your mouth, congests your lungs. The phlegm, the various liquids, the thickened ones, so that you cannot breathe well. Vata is the air component in your large intestine. If it is too much, you have a problem. And pitta is to do with Agni, the fire element, the temperature element. When it is too much or too little in our small intestine, the functions are not done well. So you are subject to all kinds of diseases. It is also related to other systems as well, these three things. So, all in all, we have to get all our physiological systems and psychological system function well just by breathing external oxygen and exhaling internal carbon dioxide. Not gonna cut unless and until you practice this sadhana, internal pranayam sadhana, that churning process, balancing apana and pranam, thereby balancing samana, vimana, udana, vayus as well, and also five other sub pranas. All in all, 10 pranas have to be balanced for us to function well so that you have a sound body, sound mind, sound intelligence for sheltering our Atman energy. Otherwise, it will leave when the body does not function, because the body is perishable one. So, what did Lord Krishna say about this internal pranayam? So, what is pranayam according to his words in the form of a shlokam? You can find pranayam information in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 5, 6, in Upanishads, and also in Yoga Vasistam. One needs to read and comprehend and practice this internal pranayam. Apane jufati pranam. Apane jufati pranam. Prane panam tatha pare. Pranapanagati ruddhva. Pranapana-gati ruddhva pranayam parayana. Pranapana-gati ruddhva pranayam parayana. How is pranayam practiced? It is by joining apanam with pranam and pranam with apanam in a churning process or a rubbing process. Thereby, all the systems get activated through Sushumna Nadi when the energy flows, and then it will enable you to realize your true self as Atma and make you God realize in the Sahasrara wheel, in that plexus, in that chakra. So, little bit about our subtle nodi system. We have 72,000 of them. And mainly, as mentioned before, the first one is Pingala, the second one is Ida, corresponding to sun and moon, Surya and Chandra. Both of them, just like in DNA, those two strands wind about each other like two serpents. They wind around the Sushumna Nadi as a Merudandam, the central canal. They make like a braid, two serpents making a braid from Muladhara Chakra to Agna Chakra, connecting to the hypothalamus. And you have thalamus in the brain, which is the seat of Paramatman. That is the Sahasrara Chakram. Thalamus is the Sahasrara Chakram. Then you have pituitary gland, pineal gland, medulla oblongata, pons, and four ventricles. And the fourth ventricle connected to the spinal cord. All of them make a network in the brain with nerve fibers. We have connection to the nose, mouth, tongue, eyes, ears, you name it. It's a huge network within our body and also in the subtle autonomous nervous system. So Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, and other subtle nadis make ANS, autonomous nervous system. Pingala corresponds to sympathetic nervous system, and it controls left side of the brain, whereas Ida is parasympathetic. It controls the right side of the brain, but it is connected to the left side of the nostril, and Pingala connected to the right nostril. So, whatever Pingala does, Ida tries to neutralize. It is quiet and calm, peaceful, whereas the Pingala gets involved in intense activity. So, whatever is done by Pingala, actually, Ida tries to undo it so that you feel at peace and you feel relaxed. That's why we have to balance both of them so that all our systems function well for us to live and reach our goals, material as well as spiritual goals. In general, per day, we take 21,600 breaths. That's too many. That means 15 breaths per minute. Then you are healthy if you take 15 breaths. If you take more than 15, you are a patient, you are a rogi. If you take less than 15, you are a yogi. Yogi, bhogi, rogi. A tortoise does take only 3 to 4 breaths per minute. It's too less. That's how it lives longer when compared to other animals. Look at a dog. It takes too many breaths per minute. His average lifetime is 14 to 15 years. If you talk about a bullhead, where it lives almost 1100 to 1200 years, because it takes only a very small number of breaths. It can hold breath up to 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. It does not need oxygen for 90 minutes. That is too long a time. So that's how humans also should practice this internal pranayam to reduce the intake of oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide from our body. So when you say at the top of your tongue many things, when you externalize your internal energy, you are losing that cosmic energy that is there within your body. When you are gone to sleep, you regain that cosmic energy through your pineal gland in the third ventricle of your brain that gets distributed throughout your body. As a result, you get nutrients to your nervous system, and also the defects are taken away by that cosmic energy. But through pranayam, you reap a lot by extending whatever is deposited here in the apana form, converted to the prana form, balanced. That's the main goal. But you need to fix your gaze right in the bhrukuti and focus on top of the swasha, that breath. That means top is right here or right here, or on the chakra on which you are doing this pranayam, internal pranayam. So, coming to the other shlok where Lord Krishna said what to do with our sense organs, 5 sense organs, through which we externalize all the time toward the materialistic world. He says in this stanza, Sparshan kritva, Sparshan kritva, Bahirbahyan Chakshushchaivantarabhruvo. Sparshan krutva Bahirbahyan Chakshushchaivantarabhruvo. Pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantara charinau. Pranapanau samau krutva nasabhyantara charinau. He says that externalize all your senses, lock them up outside, so that you use that energy internally, focusing on your breath, performing this Yogagni sadhana, that internal pranayama. And then you got to choose a hand gesture. The hand gesture has to be a Gnana Mudra, and you place on your thighs like this. Remember, Lord Krishna said in one of his stanzas, Nasabhyantara charinam. That means it is directly inside of the nose, this tip of the nose. And then Abhyantara, that means here inside, that's the tongue. And then you have small tongue-like structure. It's called uvula. Uvula has soft and coarse palates. Use that as the lifting mechanism to draw apana up and press down the prana. It has to be a repetitious process for the churning to occur and the balance of these two to happen. You need to use your soft palate as a lifting and pressing down mechanism. So let's do the internal pranayam. I am doing the purakam. That means I am drawing the apanam up by creating vacuum here, by using my soft palate and lifting it up so that vacuum is created and the apanam is drawn up to the Agna Chakra. I have done 4 hamsas. That means 4 inhalations internally and 4 exhalations internally. Internal inhalation is purakam, and then you pause, that is kumbhakam, right here, and then you press it down, that becomes exhalation internally, downwards to the Muladhara chakra, and then you pause, that becomes the lower deposition, that is also Adho Kumbhakam, you're depositing there. And then I have done 4 of them like that. So, with the first hand gesture, that is the Muladhara Chakra Mudra, is that it is the ring finger connecting with the thumb, and all 3 other fingers are straight and place here, and then you do 4 of them. I will show again. I have done 4 Hansas. Why do we call it Hansa? Hansa because it is like hum, sa, so, hum. So is your true self, or that Paramatma, because your true self emanated from Paramatman. Hum is you. So you are that. That's how when you do drawing up of the energy, you say so internally. Don't say it loud. So when you are doing this in the Prithvi Mudra, Prithvi Mudra, when you are drawing up internally, you say either Om or So. This is the Purakam, done for 3 seconds, and then I'm doing deposition there, right in the Agni Chakra. That is called Kumbhakam, Urdhva Kumbhakam. Urdhva means up, 3 seconds. And then you press it down. It became Rechakam. You pause, that means deposit, for 3 seconds. It becomes lower, Kumbhakam. You repetitiously do this sadhana, this Yogagni sadhana. You generate that Yogagni so that your defects from Kapha, Vata, Pitta, all will be gone, all will be dissolved. All the rivers of this subtle nadi system are clear for the pranic energy to flow, to be regulated well. I have done 4 of them. Then you can do in another mudra, that is the Swadhisthana Chakra Mudra, is this Jala Mudra. Pinky and the thumb. Join them and press them to trap that energy. And place on your thighs. And do 6 times. Because That plexus, Swadhisthana chakra, has 6 petals in its lotus flower-like structure because of the nerve fibers coming together. Okay, and then the third one is right here. That is the Manipura chakra. So Manipura chakra, it's the fire element. The fire element is this mudra. It is the index finger and thumb. It has to rest at the root of the thumb like that, and all of the fingers straight in order to trap that energy. And doing it for 10 times because it has 10 petals. And the fourth one is Anahata chakra, heart chakra, right here. Then you got to do 12 times with your with your index finger and the thumb. Index finger is taking shelter at the root of the thumb. That's how they have to be connected to trap that energy and internalizing everything. You need to do it like 12 times because it has that plexus has 12 petals in its structure. And then go to the Vishuddha chakra. Here, throat chakra. In the throat chakra that represents Akash, Shunya. So you take your middle finger and also, do like that. And all of the fingers straight. And place on your thighs. And then do 16 times because it has 16 petals. And then go to the Agna chakra and perform the Hamsas 2 times. This is Agna plus, and then here Agna minus. So you got to do 2 times each with this mudra, the Gnan mudra. For both of them, it's the same. And then for the Sahasrara chakra, you can use the same thing. Okay, and because that belongs to the Paramatma, and your reflection right here is in the Prakriti. The main goal is realizing yourself as the Atma, soul energy. But that does not cut. Okay, just merely knowing, having that knowledge, okay, I'm soul. So what? But you see, you have to behave in such a way without any attachment to the external world, performing your duties, prescribed duties, and at the same time realizing yourself as the Atma, and then realizing God. Consistently, you have to display your behavior truly. Then only your goal will be accomplished. The most sort of the goal to be with Paramatma, serving at his lotus feet and drinking the nectar of eternal peace and bliss. That's what we need. Then we don't need to, get concerned about all the maladies in this samsara. So, after balancing this prana and apana and other pranas, okay, it actually activates the hood of the Kundalini, and Kundalini rises up for you to get enlightenment. But this has to be a daily practice. You can do for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, depending upon availability of the time and the stamina that you have. You can do a couple of times in the morning before sunrise and In the night time before you go to bed, you can do twice. Once you do, you will feel changes in your body. You will feel changes in your psyche. You will feel that you belong to the Paramatma, and you see Atman energy in each and every bhutam, every living being, movable, immovable. And also, your body actually gets stronger. You feel that in your arms. And then you get that illumination in your face, for sure. Okay, after balancing this, you have to get into the meditative position. Then you meditate, you practice this yoga agni sadhana, pranayam sadhana, and then you meditate. How do you do that? For that, you need to have that, the breath here, okay? And then you change your mudra, the hand gesture, to a linga mudra, like this, or a conch mudra. And then this thumb has to touch the navel, and that's the mudra you have to be. Or you place one palm upon another, and you go like this, and then get engaged in the meditation process. In the meditation process, you can only concentrate in your bhrukati as a point of light. Just concentrate on it. Your drishti, that means your vision from both the eyes, also fixed here, and also your mind fixed here. Your mind concentration, that focus has to be right there. And if you need to breathe, you have to suspend right here in your nostrils. Do not let it come out. Everything fails. If you are externalizing anything, everything fails. Everything has to be internal, compact, like a box. That's how you meditate. So you meditate in this posture with this mudra for, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours, 3 hours, if possible. So close your eyes or roll up your eyes, and then fix your gaze in the bhrukati, and also mind on a point of light, and watch that. Watch that awakened energy moving up. You may get sometimes some tingling sensation at the top of the head, or from the basal chakra, that Muladhara chakra. You get some tingling sensation. You may not even get some tingling sensation, but you have to make your mind steady, everything steady. Make yourself immovable. Don't let your breath also move. Everything has to be at standstill. That's it, folks. This is all about internal pranayam and its benefits to find a cure-all exercise, a cure-all play of prana and apana, getting it balanced and awakening energy in the sushumna for the kundalini to rise, enabling you to realize yourself and God realize, so that you experience eternal, internal peace and bliss, so that you do not need to complain about any malady. You do not have to think about going to see a physician outside. The physician is right inside of your body. All the temples are right inside of your body. All the pilgrimages. You are a big temple in which you are the reflection right here of the Paramatma. Lord Krishna wants you to become like him, develop qualities like Lord Krishna. Then your home, always cheerful, powerful, knowledgeable, blissful. You develop all these qualities and experience peace and bliss living amongst the people who do not practice. Those people who show interest in this technique, you can teach them, spread it all over, so that in Kali Yuga, we feel like living in golden age, that Kruta Yuga, that Satya Yuga. It's possible. In every yuga, good and bad was there. But in Kali Yuga, the bad increased to 75% from the beginning. And actually, the percentage of goodness is decreasing every day as time is passing by. So long, folks. Om Shanti, Swasti. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om. With Hari Om Tat Sat, you get back to the Paramatman, because Hari is perishable world. Hari removes the darkness, the ignorance from you. That's why he is Hari. From this perishable world, he delivers you. If you practice this internal pranayam sadhana, so that you are generating that yogagni to remove all the impurities from your body and finally reach your set spiritual goals. Krishnan Vande Jagadguru. So long, folks, with another divine production for us to learn and practice in the days to come. Bye bye.